McKenzie and your afternoon drive. We're so glad to have you with us here this afternoon. And man, what a show Mother Nature put down. And kicking off our Z100 Radio Roadhouse, Ken Domash joining us. And you made it just in time, buddy.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. We had everybody here at the radio station out back and was able to watch that. And Mother Nature is incredible.
Funniest thing, we're sitting out back with everybody, and one of the folks here at Z100 says, "So you got to follow that, Kenny."
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good luck with that.
Oh,
and man, I tell you what that was just absolutely amazing. And we're just tickled to death. Ken Domash joining us here in studio, and buddy, it's just incredible to have you here with us. And you were here in December? Is that right?
Yeah. I think we're doing Snow Angels and Drink About That.
Yep.
And you guys are so gracious to have me on. I can't thank you enough. Love hearing it on your air, on the air, on your radio show.
It makes it really convenient that you're only 2 hours away from us.
You know, I never really put it together, but I didn't really realize until today. I didn't realize there was an eclipse today until 2 days ago. My best friend's like, "Yeah, we took off work. We're taking the family." I'm like, "So what's this all about?" And and I didn't realize until I'm driving. I go to Nashville so often. There's landmarks. I'm like, this is right on the way to Nashville. I should stop by here all the time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Kenny's not so fast.
Well, how was traffic?
It was brutal. It was and it wasn't. I mean, out on 64, it was a parking lot. And I was like, so everybody does know about this. The whole world is heading here. And then it opened up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was funny.
I was worried for a hot minute.
Right here on Route 13, there was no cars moving.
Yeah, when I got close, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
There was a rest stop, and they had all the cars all the way parked out to the highway on the off-ramp and the on-ramp. Everybody just pulled over there because it must have been right in that line of totality.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Now it's probably another 20 minutes or so.
I feel like I spent the night.
Yeah, I know. It's like you've been up all night.
Had a sleepover here.
Man, I tell you what, how's life?
Life's great. I just got back. I was literally saying, last week, came back from Nashville, just recorded another album. I have my current album dropping on May 3rd, so super excited about that. Have a song that just hit radio today. Yeah.
Which one?
Imagining.
Well, yeah,
you guys are awesome. But
yeah, we've been playing.
They ask for it for a certain date, and some are awesome and jump on it early. So I can't thank you guys enough.
That is awesome. Yeah, we've had it for a couple of weeks. We've been turning it for you. But I tell you what, talk a little bit about the new album. What you got?
Yeah, so it's called Welcome to My Rodeo, and it's just a compilation.
Thanks for wearing the clown outfit today. We appreciate that.
Outfit.
For the rodeo.
Oh, I actually did. There was a song that was supposed to be called Rodeo Clown and didn't make the cut.
Did it not?
Yeah, it's didn't do it. But you write maybe 30 or 40 or 50 songs and you only cut a few of those, Songwriters totally get that. They're just constantly trying to get songs and then they're held in queue and so forth. But the album comes out. It has some heavy, Welcome to My Rodeo. I thought that was the song to really go out to radio. And the promoters were like, it's a bit much, It's like, all right, I didn't think it was too aggressive, but a lot of drums, a lot of going at it. And the song Imagining from that track is now let out now.
That's awesome. It's a great song.
Thank you.
It's a great song. And, man, I tell you what, a lot of people may not realize it when you're going in and you've got so many different options for you that you can put on there. You got to cut it down to 11?
Yeah.
And best. What's that process like in your head? How are you doing that?
That's an interesting question because I wonder about it. I just kind of think it's a gift from God, just kind of dropped in your lap. You have no idea. You can't make it happen. You want to practice and force yourself to write every day, but you just never know when, you're going to just have a phrase that just grabs you. I was walking with my wife and we were talking about something and I'm like, this song's not out. This song's not even out to anybody to hear. It's in the studios right now, having some harmony vocals added to it. But it was I was just saying, whiskey really gets me, and it was I got to get to my phone right now. And then I got home and I wrote a whole song for that. So you don't even know. You just got to be in that mindset. I remember when I was watching my nephew, at my mom and dad's house once, he was playing with this little skateboard, right? And everything in the room, there's a phrase saying, everything's a nail to a hammer. You know, everything in the room was a little skateboard ramp for his toy. When you're writing songs, it's like you'll hear somebody say something and go, "Oh yeah," and you quick get out your phone, you write it down, and then you might have a sound you like, and you've been working on one song, and then you have lyrics, and it just, I don't know, it's a fun, magical process, and you just got to be willing to ride it and do it, and ride and write it. So I don't know if I answered that very well.
No, that's exact. I've always thought, like, do you work with other writers? Will you sit in a room with them, or is this mostly just?
That's a common thing to do, and I do. But every song I've ever put out or recorded has been solo writing. I'll put, like I said, we just finished doing another album, and one of the songs, you know, I would sit down with a lot of songwriters and say, "Hey, here's some songs I'm doing. What do you think?" And they won't like rewrite it, but we'll like critique each other. And one of the really great comments on a current song was, you know, you say this, you know, this too many times. And I'm like, I should say that only in the hook. And it was like, you don't even know it. You know, you're like loving what you did. You're grateful you got the song, and you're like not wanting to mess it up.
Yeah.
But you need to give it some time. I have a song coming out on the album that I wrote over 10 years ago.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And it's like, and it's just crazy how it just all of a sudden kind of resurfaces as if you just wrote it, and you're like, yeah, that one feels really good right now. So I've got songs taped up all over my home studio, and I'm constantly just putting hooks, and it's the most exciting process. And then when you get with the other artists, it's crazy fun. I mean, we like I said, we get in the room. The new way of doing recording is, you know, you'll do like an electronic version of it on a keyboard, and there's like all the electronic drums. And we did that on this current album that we have out. And I heard it, and then I went and sang to it, and then we added more instrumentation. I was like, I don't like it. And the producer's like, what? And I was pretty adamant, like, no, I'm cool with just starting over.
Is it too clean?
I don't know. I just didn't like it. And I'm like, he goes, okay. He goes, it's not broken, Kenny. It's like, you know, and I go, can we get everybody in the room? So I did. And they could kind of get my vibe and get my energy. And we just did some minor stuff. And I love it. Like, it was like, you got to love it to go and hit the road and put it out there, right? Mm-hmm. And on this current one, he's like, we're not going to do that again. He goes, we did it old school. Everybody was in a studio, but we did have this, it's amazing. It's like this master track, like a vision board, or they just take, like, I might have a song of just going, you know, well, I could climb a mountain, sail across the sea, and they'll take that and just go crazy with it, and you get it back and go, yeah, it's exactly what I meant, you know, and or I'll say, hey, let's try it down, and so then we got in the studio with that, and they just add all this to it. I want to demonstrate something else. We have another one that has this Celtic sound, and the guy doing the guitar took out, I had to write it down, it was some kind of wild guitar, and he was like going, it wasn't a like that accordion sound, and it has this country Celtic sound, and it's just a barn burner. And then the fella doing the electric guitar, he's in the studio, and I'm in the sound booth, and we could see each other barely, and he starts ripping into it, and I'm like, yeah, pull out your inner Billy Gibbons, man. And he's like, got you. And he just went crazy on his guitar. So, like, it's like a rock concert for me when we're recording. I love listening to the tracks after we've done them, because I just relive the whole thing.
That's amazing. I tell you what, Ken Domash joining us here in studio, and I'll let you play whatever you want to play. It's your option.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whatever.
I've got a joke song.
There you go. We got about 3 songs you can do, so you can choose whatever you want.
This is not a whole song, but, you know, once upon a time there was light in my life, and now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
Appropriate.
I'll send you that little piece.
Appropriate on a day like today. We'll let you do what you want to do, bud.
All right, cool. I wish I'd had a little more time with you that night. I wish you'd had a little more love to give. I wish you'd given me one more chance to make things right. Oh, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish I did. I wish the sun could bring you back to me. With all the summer days and sweet memories, I wish the stars could see that all I really need is one wish and bring you back to me. Oh, I wish, I wish, I wish upon one lonely star that the world would stop and you'd be here with me. Oh, I wish, wish, wish upon one lonely star that you were wishing on that star with me. I wish I would have seen her writing on the wall. I wish I would have known a little more. I know your wishes, well, they might have all come true, but I wish your wishes were of me and you. Oh, now all the things I miss, well, I could wrap up in one wish for you and your love and your tenderness. Oh, and all the nights I'd cry as I'd look up to the sky like we used to on a blanket as we kiss. Oh, I wish the stars could see that all I really need is one wish and bring you back to me. Oh, I wish, wish, wish upon one lonely star that the world would stop and you'd be here with me. Oh, I wish, wish, wish upon one lonely star that you were wishing on that star with me. That you were wishing on that star with me. Oh, how I wish.
Love that, man.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Thank you. That was me trying to do a song that was appropriate for today with the sun, and it was just nighttime out and the stars and people on blankets. So that was me trying to do my Eclipse song.
Yeah, that was amazing, actually. And so, what's up with you? Where are you going to? Are you going to be heading out?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm going to be on the road through July. Literally just going radio station to radio station, and at the end of every one of those, try to do a small little show venue of kind every time I'm out. So it's basically get out, and it's like Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Stick the deer in the back and go station to station with my guitar and playing and praying and hoping everybody likes it and listens to it and all that kind of stuff.
That's very awesome. First time you performed?
Yeah.
Something about you've got this connection to Elvis?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was at a wedding and I had never, ever sang out loud in front of anybody, and I don't, that's not a thing I would do. And it was at a Irish wedding. They came in from Ireland, and we were at this nice conservative restaurant. Turned out it was a very small gathering. I did not know that. We were like one of maybe two guests from our neighbors. So I was very honored to be there. And this family who I'd never met, the father of the bride's like going, I'm going, what are you doing? And the waiter and everything's kind of asking everybody, keep it down. You know, got to keep it down. Got to go. And then their daughters take out guitars and they just sang like angels and they're playing music. And I'm like, we are so getting kicked out of here. Instead, everybody like moved away from us. So there was like nobody in this room of the restaurant because they were so noisy. And then the mother's like sitting across from me. She's like, well, sing something, Kenny. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's not something I do. No. She's like, just sing something. And I sang an Elvis song. I think how was that? My hands are shaking, my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand. And I was like, just singing. I started belting it out. And they were playing the guitar to it. Like how they knew how to play it, I don't know. And then after I was finished doing that, somewhat embarrassed, she looks at me and she's like, you should sing.
There you go.
And it was just like, I mean, every time I tell you, I just have chills and I almost like tear up, and it's like, okay. You know, it was like God just talking straight to you, like, you should sing. So I went and bought a guitar. I vividly remember, it's like watching a movie. And there was a guitar store nearby, and they had all these acoustic guitars, and they had just been broken into. So there was this guitar, it was a Seagull. And anytime I grab a Seagull, it's just like, you know, like a first love. It's like that sound of that. It just sounds a different sound, right? And it had been damaged by all the glass hitting it, so they were selling it for next to nothing. So I got that guitar, started taking lessons, and just kept learning.
How long ago was it?
This was 15 years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah. And it was really funny because I put an album out 14 years ago.
Wow.
And like immediately it was like I went and I got the song, and I went to a library, like not a seminar, but they were selling a book, and it was on how to be a country artist. So I'm like, all right, good, I'm game. And I listened to it, and the book told you who to call. So I just started doing it. And at the same time, I went to a bar where I would take my daughter for like our daddy-daughter date nights. And they had a guy that would play guitar there. And I'd like be watching him do the D chord and the A chord. And it's like, all right. And one night he had my daughter sing a song. So she's up there because it was like, I would take her to piano lessons. And to get her to do that, I would have dinner with her out and all this stuff. And the guy looked at me, he's like, you want to try something? And I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll try something. And I do remember what it was. I was making up a song. And I just made up a song. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. I don't know any songs. And he's like, dude, you should record that. And I was just at that thing. So I literally called some places in Nashville, and I went with my songs. And I don't want to just babble on too much, but fun fact, I'm doing this song. And I had been out with my buddies, and I got home, and I'm in my little basement area, and I'm going, like, that feels good. You know, I already know how to play guitar, right? But I'm like, that's fun. I went to Bronx Bills on Friday night. Not a lot of people there looking real shy. So I'm doing this whole song, and my wife's listening, and she's like, that's pretty good. I'm like, okay. So I booked a studio session to record, and as I'm like 2 days before, my wife's like, now, you know, songs have like shapes, and like you do a verse and a chorus. And I'm like, no, what do you mean? And I'm like, she's like, seriously? And I'm like, oh. So 3 days before I'm going to Nashville, I'm like taking that song going, oh, okay, and there's a bridge. I didn't know what I was doing. And I get to the studio, and they're even like, can you play any of these songs the same way twice? I'm like, probably not. So anyway, re-recorded, and this all happened within like a year. And it was just super exciting. Went from a wedding to the bar to Nashville. And then I had my songs, and I went and interviewed with like 5 or 6 promoters. We're in a room, and I'm just sitting here, and they're like, well, go ahead and play a song, Kenny. And I'm like, just like that? We're not going to talk about it. You know, we're just going. And so I'm doing like we're doing here. And I just start playing songs, and the fellow's like, well, pretty sure you're done with architecture, you know? And then we put a song out, and this is all like, you can't even make this up. A song they go, it's a silver bullet. So we had a song called Countrified. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty cool. And they're like, yeah, you got to get out on radio tour. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but that's, so this was all within, at that point, 2 years. It was just crazy. So yeah, it started with an Elvis song.
That's an amazing story, man. An architect prior, you said?
Yeah, I still am an architect. Yeah, full on architect. I draw. Yeah, I've just been lucky. I've been able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. In my head, they're all very similar and parallel, you know. And even when I was taking guitar, I remember my teacher, he's teaching me guitar, and I'm going, it's like, why did they call that a G? There's no sound to a G. And I'm going, and a C. I'm like, I had no idea why. And then he's like trying to explain to me. So like on that song, he's like, when you do music, this is like the lesson portion of the radio show. It's like music has a foundation. It's like, oh, so like that's that. And then you can add all the finials and stuff. And I was like, oh. And then sometimes you want to do something in the space, like when you're designing like a building, you'll walk in through a little chamber, and then it all opens up, and it's like all of a sudden that's the bridge. And it's like, okay. And you look in that room, and after you're done with that room, it's like you go back to
that.
I was like, that was the coolest guitar lesson I'd ever had.
Wow.
So he put it into my spatial understanding and turned it into sound. And still now, when I'm with, when we were recording, it's like when I sound like that guy was like going, all those pinch sounds and all those. So you get all these different people that just tear it up, and they've got all these different chops for different instruments, and it's super fun, super cool.
That's amazing.
I know I'm diving off a deep end, and I don't know how long you want me to talk. I'll talk forever, man, because it's super exciting and fun.
Ken Domash joining us here in studio on our Z100 Radio Roadhouse. Give us another tune, brother.
Yeah. Kind of, oh, that story, that was the cool icing on the cake, yeah. Well, hop in your truck and put it in drive. Up a few friends you've known all your life. Follow the dust and the flash and tail lights through the glow in the sky that lasts all night. Put yourself close to the stage. Feel the beat pulsing through your veins. Then hold your head back and close your eyes as the steel guitar fills the sky. Welcome to my rodeo. It's a rock and roll fantasy. Welcome to my rodeo. Come on, take a ride with me. We got bullhorns on limousines. You might get a little dust and mud on your jeans. Here at my rodeo. Yeah, but got no rules to keep you down. Just hold your glass tight as you're bumping around. Pour some trouble mixed with the good time. Chase it down with a heavy bass line. The place is getting hotter. The devil's begging for some water. As the flames start shooting from the center ring, one of the bows lights up and sets shine. Welcome to my rodeo. It's a rock and roll fantasy. Welcome to my rodeo. Come on, take a ride with me. We got bullhorns on limousines. You might get a little dust and mud on your jeans. You're at my rodeo. Rodeo, 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 rodeo ride. Rodeo, 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 rodeo ride. Rodeo, 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 rodeo ride. Rodeo, rodeo, rodeo ride. Welcome to my rodeo. It's a rock and roll fantasy. Welcome to my rodeo. Come on, take a ride with me. We got bullhorns on limousines. You might get a little dust and mud on your jeans. Here at my rodeo.
Ken Domash, everybody in rodeo.
Welcome to my rodeo.
Welcome to my rodeo.
That's
there
the title track. Yeah,
that is very awesome. And you said the album is out today.
Album comes out May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Yeah.
And so where are you going to be on May 3rd when it drops?
I'm actually going to be on. I was here for the Eclipse. I'm going to be at another station doing the whole album on the air, just like playing it live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just so you know, though.
Sorry to do the tuning on
there
the air.
There isn't any other radio station that would have given you an Eclipse on your visit, though.
Dude,
they're
you guys
like,
are
we're
awesome.
in.
I'm serious.
We're
you
the
guys
Eclipse
are awesome.
station, so that's
you eclipse all.
You're gonna have to wait till 2045 to the next chance.
Total
eclipse.
This is the total eclipse of the heart cameo we did a minute ago.
I tell you what, we got enough time to let you do one more song, and
nice. I gotta get in. Give me 2 seconds. You can see I blew it out of tune on that. That is. What do you want to do for a stall technique? What do you want to talk about? That Eclipse was incredible.
Thanks for. I guess I'll stall by saying this.
Yeah.
The bucket hat and the sunglasses are awesome.
Excellent.
And the cup.
All the imagining
Couldn't
gear. Imagine having more fun than that.
Yeah, well played, my friend. Well played.
Daddy died alone, never was at home, playing on the road, just he and his fiddle now. And Mama cried alone, never let it show, when he was on the road, she was second fiddle now. And then the roll of the crown, when he held her in his hands, and drawing every note, the tales of the fiddle man, the tales of the fiddle man. Yeah, he kept it in a case, locked under his bed. He'd get down on his knees and say his prayers over it. She lived in his cage, locked up in her head. She'd beg him on her knees to stop this life of fiddling. And the baby'd cry all night, but he never heard a sound over the roar of the crowd. The tales of the fiddle man, the tales of the fiddle man. When the strings went quiet and the curtain finally closed, nothing to his name but the fiddle that he owned. So Mama worked nights just to keep us fed at bedtime, telling tales of the fiddle man. And how he loved Mama, and he loved us too, but he loved those strings. The tales of the fiddle man, the tales of the fiddle man.
Ken Domash, that's good stuff, brother. That is super stuff right there.
Nobody's heard that before.
Really?
Those are all coming out on the album.
Yeah, there we go.
Just having fun. Preview dropping here on 100, baby. Yeah.
So, are you heading back home after you leave here? Or
No. I'm heading all over the country, like legit, like just going.
That's awesome.
Week after week.
Well, man,
thank you so much for letting me do this too.
Oh,
in my head, getting out. I think the most fun thing to hear is stuff like this, like on the radio. I love it when I'm driving so much to get us, and I love it even more when somebody messes up. I like, when I'm doing this, I'm like, it'd be awesome if I like totally whooped up. I'm sorry, let me start that over. I'm just like in the car going, that just happened. That is awesome.
And we got all sorts of cameras on it, man. So we'll be the first to post it. I promise you.
And repost it. But I love what you do. I appreciate what you do. And thanks for letting me on.
Hey, and you are just 2 hours from us. Anytime you want to pop down or you're heading off to Nashville, whatever. At 2045, we'll book you again.
Dude,
that's the next Eclipse. And,
no.
That's,
snuck that in there, 2045.
Yeah. So we'll put that on the calendar and,
this is a magical day. Like I said, I just, just coming here to play some songs, and then it turned out we had a total eclipse. So
it's pretty awesome. Thanks for the cookie, too.
Yeah, the cookie.
So,
the total eclipse cookie.
Afternoon snack for Dave. That's what that is. So, Ken Domash joining us. New album drops again May 3rd.
Yep.
And, wherever you get your albums.
Yeah,
right?
It's on every place you can find it. But tune into the radio. That's where you hear most of the songs.
Yep. And we'll be playing it this afternoon, play Imagining, pumping that for you. So, man, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Ken Domash here on New Country Z100.
Come on,